First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known. As Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao.
Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
I am Sub-Zero. Get over here!
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Welcome to They Called Us a Movie, testing the strength of friendships one terrible movie at a time. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and podcast services by searching They Called Us a Movie and find us on Blue Sky, Threads, and Instagram at TicTamPod. That's TCTAM Pod. Welcome back to They Called Us a Movie. This is Anthony Del Vecchio. With me, as always, is Dan Aquino and Mark Meyer. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, friends.
Hello, everyone. I don't know how far this will go, but I did want to announce, because I think we've mentioned it across Discords and stuff like that, and just friend conversations, that I tried the OM cheeseburger this weekend. And that is the cheeseburger Applebee's cooks in cheese on a skillet with fries. So lots of cheese. They did not lie about that. Burger's okay, because it's Applebee's burger, obvious. But
What? Wait, what? Are we supposed to know, like, intrinsically, like, oh, no, it's good. It's Applebee's.
He didn't say
that's
good. He didn't say good,
Fine.
Dan. He said it's okay.
It's fine. They had to cook it well done, apparently, so that might
Okay.
have been part of the issue.
Oof. Well, is it like a smash burger?
Yeah,
Well, that's really there's only
Yeah.
one way to cook a smash burger.
yeah, but they put spicy mustard on it, which was probably the best feature. I did really enjoy. But yeah, it's not exactly how it's advertised, obviously, because we know the tricks of the trade for that stuff to make the cheese look stringy. But overall, what they promised is what they gave. You know, not always what you get with these special promotion things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the tricks of the trade to make cheese stringy.
Oh,
I don't
really?
want people to think that I'm living a lie. That's all.
Oh, I
You're not a food stylist, Dan?
You know me. You know what I eat. I cut my food into like little cubes and then I just consume them. That's pretty much it. That's the most styling I get.
If you ask me gun to my head what Dan sustains himself on, I would assume like 80% of your diet is Uncrustables.
My son eats Uncrustables.
As does
but-
mine.
Yeah, not me though. I eat peanut butter sandwiches open face. That's what I do. Yeah, peanut butter sandwich, open faced.
So you just like a single slice of bread,
Well,
but,
two
and peanut
slices,
butter.
but I keep them separate.
Separate.
Never the two shall meet.
You definitely have the appetite of a toddler.
Yeah, I do, and I'm perfectly okay with it. You know what I had for lunch today?
Apple slices.
A smoothie. That's it. Just
That's a good guess, Ant.
But it had protein. That's right.
Yeah, honestly, what I had for lunch today was a yogurt. So
Hey,
we're not far off.
there you
Yeah.
go.
And I had a protein shake for breakfast.
Look, you see, not so different, you and I, are we?
Well, that it's mine isn't out of the not wanting, because there's definitely more things I'd rather eat. Mine's more of cholesterol. I shouldn't be taking a whole lot intaking, and trying to limit my carb intake before dinner.
Okay.
Because some of us, aren't 150 pounds soaking wet.
Well, my last weigh-in was 100 much.
Were you soaking wet? So that doesn't count.
Oh, you know I was.
Just sopping.
Just like wet floor signs everywhere.
The nurse is like, "Why are you wet?"
I'm coming
I
in for
fell-
my weigh-in.
You got to tip the scales, right?
That's right.
See, I do the opposite of like, I always weigh heavier in the winter than the summer because I'm like wearing sweatpants versus like walking in with shorts. And I was telling like, that's the reason why I'm heavier. You're doing the opposite. You're trying to get heavier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to hold all that water weight.
Trying to just trick the doctor into thinking that you're not malnourished.
You look
Sucking in
scrawny,
the-
but you weigh 200 pounds. I don't get it.
Sucking in the distended belly.
Talk about the tricks of the trade. Follow these simple hacks and you can be skinny too.
Doctors hate this for these one secret.
They don't want you to know this one secret. Just suck in your gut. That's it.
Mark, getting back to your original thought, when you texted the chat, that was the first time I was hearing of this OM cheeseburger. So maybe I'm not tuned in to what's going on down at the Bees these days.
Yeah, that's like, it's been advertised all over the place. Maybe for some reason you're not getting fed those.
Maybe I'm just indestructible when it comes to advertisements. Just wicks right off of me, and I don't contain any information.
Doesn't stick.
Yeah, I just black out for the 90 seconds between ad breaks.
They know that you're incorruptible.
Yep, I can't be corrupted.
Nope.
That's right.
You wear those Ray-Bans all the time.
That's right.
His stunner shades are on, blocking all the haters and the Applebee's commercials.
I do like that. The best part of the burger was that it contained spicy mustard.
Yes.
Right. That did make it. There's the highlight of the experience.
Yeah. The cheese is wonderful, but it's, nothing special. It's just cheese, but
It's wonderful, but nothing special. I need you to break that one down for me.
Okay. So cheese is always good, but it was just
correct.
basically cheddar and mozzarella. So it's like nothing out of the ordinary. I was surprised at a spicy mustard on a burger, to be honest. I thought they would either put no condiment on it since there was all the cheese, or they would put something basic like a mustard or a mayonnaise. I mean, like a ketchup or a mayonnaise, on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised by it. But yeah, I think I was more surprised by the fact that it looked mostly like the photo.
Gotcha.
In the ad.
Question for you.
Yes.
Because Dan, I'm not trying to exclude you, but obviously when we're talking about burgers, you are automatically excluded. Have you ever had a burger at a restaurant that is like that you're like, oh man, this is really good? Because I feel like I haven't.
No.
Real quick, can I interject real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I've had burgers.
You have.
Yeah.
But that's in the past. I didn't realize. I wasn't sure if it was like a touchy subject, like that was the before you.
Oh, no, no.
Is it like the vegetarian version of like dead naming you?
No. One of my coworkers, God bless him, he brought in a barbecue chicken pizza, and I asked him what it was, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what are you sorry for? For eating this in front of you?" I was like, "Well, I understand this is delicious. I used to eat chicken. I get that I get animals are delicious. So I've been
Heard it
there.
here first.
Yes.
Noted vegetarian Dan Aquino
no
says
one
animals
is
are delicious.
denying.
Clip that.
Clip that.
No
Jamie,
one is
clip that.
denying. Jamie. Are animals delicious? Look that up. Yeah, I've had stuff that I enjoy. I can be included in this.
Okay. Well, then the question stands. Have you ever had like a burger at a restaurant? I'm not talking like a burger place, but like a restaurant, sit down dinner that is like, oh man, this is like the best burger I've ever had.
No.
I don't.
'Cause I feel like I can make burgers better at home.
You know, I will say Jen used to make burgers that she would infuse them with onions in the middle. So, and for some reason, I guess the juices of the onion would permeate the whole patty. Those were delicious. They were so good. I don't know what difference it made, but I would say Jen made the best burgers I've ever had.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Whenever I make them at home, I just season them up. Chop up jalapeno pepper, put that in there. Do some chopped onions.
Yeah.
You know.
I would say my ranking of burgers, like takeout or anything like that, they're probably more like just random pizza shop places that sort of did a better job with burgers than like your standard, chain restaurant or even chain fast food place.
Sure. I'm really more of a spicy chicken guy.
Yes.
Like a spicy
I've had
chicken
some good
sandwich is like my kryptonite when it comes to like ordering. And I don't really order fast food that often, but like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich back probably 10 years ago at this point was like that was the best sandwich to get. And now I've had it and I was like, this isn't nearly as good as I remember it being. And I'm sure it's like everything else in the world has just minimized in quality because everything is. And Dave Thomas is dead and he's not there to stand at the gates and stop capitalism from ruining his baby.
With all of his orphans in the back.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Dave Thomas.
His square burgers.
I share a birthday with Dave Thomas. He was born July 2nd. We're just built
Hey.
different. We're just built different.
You guys know your burgers.
It's me. It's him. It's Bret the Hitman Hart.
Was he born on July 2nd?
He absolutely was.
Yeah.
The excellence of execution.
That explains your
three
pettiness.
people that absolutely hate capitalism.
Exactly. That does explain my pettiness.
I don't know if Bret hated capitalism.
Oh, probably.
He hated America.
Well, he hates America.
Yeah.
But for completely different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, he hates Hogan.
Right.
And, if
Hogan is the face of capitalism.
if you could personify capitalism and an America firstness, it's 100% Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I agree with that. So just to end this, because I have to get my vegetarian card back. The best chicken sandwich I've ever had was from a restaurant called Cultivate. They do a fried chicken sandwich. Obviously, it's not real chicken, but it is delicious. I love it. It is expensive as fuck, so I don't get it that much. It's like $18, so it's a delicacy. But yeah, so. Just to kind of swing it back to the vegetarian side.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry your OM cheeseburger wasn't up to what you were hoping for, but you know what, Mark? Could be worse. Could have turned your shit green.
Exactly.
Or black. What was
it? It was green. I had that burger.
Yeah. It was the black burger that turned shit green. That's right.
Yeah, it was for the Joker or something like that.
Yes.
There was some weird promotion.
Yeah, I don't remember which one.
Yeah. I thought it was just Halloween themed Burger King.
No, that was the one where they made the bun look like a
That's right. They turned
a
the
pumpkin.
bun black.
They made it
right?
orange.
Oh, orange, yeah. All right. Well, besides burgers eaten this week, we watched a movie, but before we talk about that, I have to talk about our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/tickdownpod and subscribe for just $1, you get access to our Patreon. Just $1. There are no other tiers. But you get exclusive episodes once a month. We just dropped our exclusive episode for April, where we did a March Madness style bracket for action movies. We pitted 80s, 90s, 21st century, and movies that we covered on the podcast in a winner take all 64 teams championship, I suppose. We did that, which was a lot of fun. Then you can listen to that now if you are a Patreon subscriber. And you also get access to our Discord, which we participate in polls. You help us decide what our movie of the month is going to be, the end of every month, and just discuss movies in general with us. Always talking about what movies we're watching when we're not watching movies for the pod. Doing a weekly poll questions where we could ask questions to people, and we throw some things out. This week we talked about what did we talk about?
Our favorite main character,
favorite mains and fighting games for video games. So that was fun. Yeah, so check that out. Patreon.com/TickTanPod, and it's just $1. All right, this week was Dan's pick. Dan, why don't you introduce this week's movie?
Okay, so as of recording this week, the following week, is the release of the highly anticipated, I guess, I don't know how you would say it, but it's Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out next week with Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. So I figured, let's go back to the magical time of 2021. Life was crazy. There was a pandemic going on, and the studios decided, let's try to revitalize Mortal Kombat. So this week we are covering the Mortal Kombat reboot 2021. And I am confident in saying that the Mortal Kombat movie franchise is 0 for 3 so far, with a chance to go 0 for 4. But I will say, because I watched the first Mortal Kombat from 95 in preparation for this. The first Mortal Kombat, if we're going to put it in baseball terminology, I would say it was an out, but it was a line drive out. Like they made solid contact, but it was right at a player. Mortal Kombat Annihilation was a strikeout where you were completely fooled and you spin in your shoes strikeout,
a real Giancarlo Stanton strikeout.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a slider that's 10 feet off the plate and just whiffing at it. This movie I feel like is a backwards K where you get buckled, right? Just a nasty curveball, just 12-6 curveball falls right off the table, buckles your knees. Because this movie is so baffling in its choices, from the characters that they decide to use to the plot line of, hey, we're not doing a tournament anymore. A game that is famous for its tournament quality. We're not doing that here. And just its overall blandness. It's such a bland movie. And I'm not just talking about the story, but just the color palette of this movie is so muted and depressing. Like, all the characters just look boring. So that's where I'm coming from with Mortal Kombat. What about you guys?
All right. Well, Mortal Kombat for 2021 is directed by Simon McQuoid, who only directed something called The Nighttime Economy. That was the only other thing he did. Stars Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Joe Taslim, Makad Brooks, Laura Brent, Tadanobu Asano, Hiroyuki Sanada, Chin Han, Ludi Lin, Max Huang, Cece Stringer, Mel Jarnson. IMDb score of 6.1, Rotten Tomato score of 55%. Budget $55 million. Box office $42 million US, $84 million worldwide. Plot. Hey kids, do you like Liu Kang? If you answered yes, but I'd rather see bad MMA fighter Cole Young more, then boy, do I have a movie for you. The 2021 attempt to reboot the video game adaptation franchise has all your favorites looking like absolute jobbers as Shang Tsung walks all over them before the tournament ever happens. The Earth Realm has lost 9 straight Mortal Kombats, so it would be really silly if we don't see them rally like a ragtag bunch of mortals to stop the destruction of our universe by winning their first tournament in a decade. Mark, I want to know where you're coming from with Mortal Kombat 2021.
Yeah, so I originally watched this when it came out. It was one of those where we put it on streaming when also in theaters. So I watched it at home on HBO Max. I feel like they tried to do everything that Mortal Kombat fans have been yelling about, like do it gritty, do it rated R, lots of blood, lots of stuff like that. And I think the muted palette that Dan was talking about is very much because they tried to make it way too gritty and real instead of like a little bit, out there, and they didn't even the characters that have color in them, was not very vibrant. Like it was too much of a darker green for Sonya Blade, and just things like that. And the choices for the villains, I think they mostly chose what was it? There was a lot of Mortal Kombat 3 guys there in it. I like Cabal and the guy with the sledgehammer. I think those are not.
I think
Yeah.
Raiko shows up in like 4 or
Yeah.
5, maybe.
So a bunch of those guys, they don't have many of the ones that like the nostalgia generation would have, which I think this new one will have. And they didn't even truly, do Scorpion and Sub-Zero in terms of the colors that, like Dan said, very muted with those as well. I think really, I think the coolest thing in the movie, and then it just got stupid, was when like Sub-Zero would show up and then the ice would slowly form. I thought that was a pretty decent like entrance of a character, like he's coming, and it drags it out a little bit. But then it just got too much when they show up at the gym and it's all ice and and I'm like, we're overplaying this a little bit here. But yeah, it's very mid is probably the best word for it. The fight scenes are pretty good when it's the people with a little more martial arts skill in it. Those are pretty good. The Scorpion Sub-Zero one at the end is pretty decent. The only thing that really I'll take away from this in terms of the movie or the game to the movie is that a lot of times I was predicting when they would say the thing in the movie, and literally something would happen and I would say the line, either get over here or fatality or whatever, and then the next line would literally be that. Like they telegraphed that way too much. And it felt like they needed it, like the Kano wins thing with the heart, and all that. I thought they tried to pander too much in that. If they would have stayed away from all that, it might have been a little bit like not as goofy in spots when they were trying to be realistic. But I think the main thing is that it just felt like a series of like fight scenes. Like there was very little in terms of lore dumping, which Mortal Kombat has a bunch of lore. It would like be maybe 20 seconds of lore dumping, and that would be it. And I wish they would have spent a little more time, like that opening with the story about Scorpion and Sub-Zero is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty kick-ass way to open it, and then it just all goes downhill from there. And then all the way to the point of when Young gets his powers, and it's just basically like a suit of armor. It's not much of anything else. It's like all this anticipation. You got to find your power, find your arcana, and then all it is he's just a suit of armor because he gets his ass kicked all the time, I guess.
He's essentially Black Panther.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, it absorbs kinetic energy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if he was a video, I am a super knowledgeable. I think I know more about Mortal Kombat than anybody. But correct me if I'm wrong, but Cole Young isn't an actual character in any of the video games, right?
Oh no, he is not.
Correct.
He's the brand new character.
Okay, so that is a terrible power to have if you are in a video game.
Yeah.
Right. Because you have to take damage in order for that power to be of any use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in a fighting game, you want to take the least amount of damage. I don't know if you guys have played a fighting game before, but the goal is to not take damage.
The only way it works is if you build up the kinetic energy to build a meter while blocking,
Yeah.
To where you take chip damage, but you get this meter that builds up.
So
that's
from what I read, and I don't know if this is true, but in the trivia, in the third Mortal Kombat game and other games following, you would have an aggression meter that would fill up whether you took damage or delivered damage, and they're saying that the armor is essentially the aggression meter that builds up, which is, again, it's not really portrayed that way on film. It's really just him getting his ass kicked, and then he gets the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's sort of like that's his whole thing, is that he gets his ass kicked, and then therefore his arcana is a suit of armor that just gets stronger the more his ass gets kicked.
Right.
Essentially.
And I was thinking, because the beginning of the movie after we see Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight, the next scene is Cole in an MMA fight with some random guy who proceeds to kick Cole's ass.
Yeah.
So in my mind, through osmosis, is that other guy not someone who you would rather have as your
Right.
champion.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently,
he doesn't have the mark.
Right.
but all he has to do is kill someone with the mark.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Right.
just gotta
If-
kill Cole Young. That's
Yeah,
all.
if that guy had killed Cole Young in the octagon, he would be the champion.
Yep.
Yeah, but I love how they talk about Cole's fighting skill through like a one line of dialogue from Jax, where he's like, "Hey, you took the title off Eddie Tobias," which was
Oh,
just
yes.
which was just a way that's the reference to two makers of Mortal Kombat combined into
Right.
one name.
Right. I thought, Mark, you had a good point. You know, there's a whole pantheon of characters from a game that's been around since 1992, right? There's hundreds of characters, it feels like. And it felt as if they really scraped the bottom of the barrel with some of these characters. And then there's no, and as you said, there's no lore dump. It's just, here's this character and here's this character. Hey, you know them if you played the game.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, you're just like, oh, here's a vampire lady. What's her deal?
Yep.
She's a vampire lady.
Right. But what is she? Where is she
Yeah, I
from?
know.
What does she do? You know?
Yeah. As for me, guys, we've done about 370 or so episodes. So it's rare at this point that we have firsts at this point, but this happened. I experienced a first this week. I fell asleep on this movie.
Hey, do you remember when you fell asleep?
Yes. When Cole goes back to his family.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I did I eventually woke up and I think I watched about the last 15 minutes, and then today I went back and watched the close to half hour, maybe 20 minutes of what I missed. So I want to say it wasn't because of this movie, but it probably was.
Yeah.
In my notes here, I've never seen such a large ensemble cast of actors with zero charisma.
Yes.
And there is nobody giving anything in this film. So, like, optimistically, Carl Urban is what this movie is missing.
Yeah, like injecting actual star power into the franchise, you know. And Hiroyuki Sanada is not a lightweight. He's been around for a while, but he's barely in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. It's a tough sell, but I'm trying to think, like, there's not overtly like famous faces in the original, but like there are, right? Pete Sampras's wife was already in Happy Gilmore. Not Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, yep.
Right.
And
Billy Madison was like 95. What year did Mortal Kombat come out?
95.
95. So around the same time.
And,
the guy that played Liu Kang was relatively famous. Shang Tsung, Raiden, obviously. Yeah, Christopher Lambert is obviously the biggest name in that movie.
Yeah.
But here is nobody.
Yeah. I think they were trying to do we'll make it like I keep repeating, the gritty realistic. It's sort of like these aren't actors, these are more probably people for the most part from like either the stunt or martial arts world.
Ludi Lin was in Power Rangers, the movie. Not a great movie, but it was it came out in theaters.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck he is.
Louis Tan was in Deadpool 2. So
I'm not saying that these are all actors that have never acted before, but they may as well be.
So, like you said in your opening, it's a bunch of jobbers essentially.
Yeah, I mean, they all suck. They're all not good. Like, I don't mean them as actors. I mean, the characters, the versions of the characters they are playing are not good at what they're supposed to do. Like, Jax, through gets his shit pushed in, his arms chopped off. I understand we have to get there. He has to get his arms chopped off. But then he's got these tiny little skeletal frame arms up until the last 20 minutes of this film.
The T-Rex arms. Yeah.
The first time I watched this, those made me laugh out loud. How pathetic they looked.
Yeah.
They were like little twig arms.
Unreal.
And I don't understand. So I asked this question to Jen because the whole thing is Arcana, right? Everyone they're excusing they're making up how these guys get their powers. Because right in the video games they have otherworldly powers, right? Fireballs, electricity, this, that, and the other thing. All of that is like elemental stuff. With Jax, his is purely machinery. So are you saying that the Arcana can make machines?
I guess so.
There's no rules to it.
Yeah, or maybe they were dumb and picked the wrong word for Arcana. Trying to make it seem fancy.
My takeaway was,
powers.
wouldn't it have made more sense for his Arcana to be super strength, right?
Right.
So let's say they give him the metal arm as they become later in the movie. That would make more sense than him just willing better metal arms.
Right. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because now we're talking about, like, what if he didn't lose his arms? What was his Arcana going to do?
Exactly. Because then it would have made more sense for it to be super strength.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I could see, like, he gets the arms and it's, like, too heavy for him, and he can't, like, punch.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Right.
he could barely fight with them. He's more he's slow.
Yeah. Or, like, he having trouble, like, controlling them or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you, Mark. I think they went too far into the gritty and realistic, because it felt as if they were pushing that hard R, right? Like, we got to curse as many times as we can. And it doesn't feel realistic.
No.
Like, they could have done, if they wanted the gore and the violence that the first game didn't have, fine, do that. But you got to keep, like, the colors, like the bright yellow and blues, and
Yes, because that's what these characters are.
Yeah,
they're colorful characters. There's literally an entire genre of characters that are just color swapped.
Yep. Yeah. And of all the characters, the worst one is the one we're forced to follow. Cole Young sucks.
Yeah, he does.
I couldn't believe you make up a character and he is so uncharismatic.
His character trait is just to get the shit kicked out of him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even MMA fighters aren't supposed to take that much punishment.
It's wild that this is your hero.
Right. And it's insulting to Liu Kang, who is demoted to a kung fu stereotype, right? Like wandering the desert in search of champions.
Yeah. It's like I get, like, the underdog story of it, he finally, but the ending, he gets help from his 1,000-year-old ancestor.
Right. Yeah. It's
overcome unspeakable odds and win at the end. Fine, I could buy it.
Right.
But also don't make him look like such a wuss throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
The final fight had to be Cole versus Shang Tsung, because Shang Tsung is the big bad. Now, you don't have to necessarily kill Shang Tsung. You could save him for the next movie. But throughout the entire film, Shang Tsung is constantly belittling and underestimating the Earthrealm heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you should have had is you get the Scorpion Sub-Zero rematch while Cole is fighting Shang Tsung, because that is overcoming the insurmountable odds. He's fighting a literal sorcerer, and he's just a plucky MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the funny part about this movie is, let me know if you guys felt this too. It very much felt like they knew they were getting a sequel by the way some of the things in this movie.
Sure.
Because it feels like they're just, the whole movie is built on training your characters, which are going to be your main characters, like Sonya, Jax, Liu Kang, and Cole Young. I don't even know,
yeah, that's his name.
What a boring name. But and then they have the final fights where they defeat the, like, weaker, Cabal and Kano and all those other ones. I mean, I would have liked to seen the two women that were in this movie on the evil side get a little more play than they did, being the fodder at the beginning. And then, just essentially, end it with the "I'm going to Hollywood" thing, and I'm like, and then Shang Tsung saying, "I'm going to bring armies," which we know there's plenty more evil people, out there. And it just felt like they knew they were getting a second movie, by the way they held some things.
Yeah, I can see that.
I remember reading a review that this movie was basically a long trailer for the next movie.
That's a good way to put it.
I just can't believe they didn't have a tournament in this film.
Yeah.
Despite talking about the tournament so much.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
the whole crux of this film is that Earth has lost 9 times in a row, and at the 10th they have to uh secede to like not just give up to the outworld, right?
Right. Once they win 10 tournaments, they would take over the realm.
Is it just 10 or is it 10 in a row? Like
I
is
think
that
it's
the
10 in a
thing?
row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10
10 in a row. Like it's just like, and then Outworld gets to take over. And then it never happens. They just fight outside of the tournament. What?
Right. Well, and for all its shortcoming, the original Mortal Kombat movie at least had that going for it. There was a tournament and it followed the tournament style, right? You see jobbers getting beat up by Goro and all that. I think the problem with Mortal Kombat from 1995 was it was hampered by its time period where you have a giant animatronic Goro.
Right.
But I still prefer that Goro to this Goro because he's ugly looking. He's an ugly looking creature. And I don't mean that as in, his appearance is ugly. It's just his design is ugly.
Yeah. And kind of connected to that, like this movie takes itself way too seriously for the costume design to look like that.
Yes.
Shang Tsung is not an imposing figure, and it's because of that head. That hair on top of his head just looks like bad cosplay.
Sure. I give this movie credit for casting actual Japanese actors, though, where the games and the other movies, everyone was just a bland white dude, because God forbid we have Japanese actors play ninjas.
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think the thing that hurt this movie a bunch, well, a lot of things did, obviously, but I felt the holding back that Hiroki, I believe is how you say his
Hiroyuki.
name. Yeah, the character's name, yeah. Holding back that to the people that don't know that was Scorpion. And for us, we're like, yeah, obviously we know who that is. And then it's like when he came back from the dead, he should have been like yellow,
Sure.
Like it should have been like, oh shit, that's Scorpion,
Yes.
like when he pops up. That should have been the reveal, not him saying it at the end when he leaves.
Right.
He says his full name, Scorpion, and then that's his last line in the movie.
I took that as it was supposed to be like a nod to the game where it's like Scorpion wins kind of thing.
Yeah, no, but I said like you could have still had that at the end, but he should have popped up more yellow.
Yeah. Oh, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. And even the way they introduce like how he's Sub-Zero. He's like, I'm not Bihan anymore. I'm Sub-Zero.
Yeah, oh God. Talk about cringy dialogue. We haven't touched upon the weirdest line of dialogue in this movie. Talking about Cabal, mentioning that some character's gonna get his soul sucked in the creepiest way possible.
I like the sound they make right before they get their soul sucked.
He's about to get his soul sucked.
It's somewhere. Yeah.
I was like, is Shang Tsung gonna go down on Kung Lao here? Is that what's about to happen? He never says how he sucks his soul out.
Oh man. I mean, that'd be one way.
Hey.
And that was like preceded a few hours. God, the movie felt like hours.
Felt like it.
A few like 20 minutes or so before, with probably one of the cringiest supposed to be like funny scenes at the table when they're pissing Kano off.
Oh, where he becomes so racist that he gets his superpower.
Yeah, and the fact that like Kung Lao is supposed to be like so cool in that scene, and it's so, like Ant said, devoid of charisma when delivering those lines. Like he's like Kevin Durant levels of charisma, trying to be Starkey there.
It's even they fall into the stereotype themselves, like the wise Japanese warrior. Right? They're doing all these platitudes while insulting Kano. Like, you are like rabid dog, with no instincts whatsoever. Like, well, just make fun of him. You don't have to go like fortune cookie on them. You know what I mean? Like, just it doesn't feel natural.
I will say the one cool thing, and I might be on an island with this one. I thought the character design looked terrible. I'll say that off the bat. But I do like the idea of Reptile being an actual reptile and not just a guy in a green suit, to be honest.
I think that looks good.
Yeah.
I think they followed that up in the newest game that came out a year
Yeah.
ago. He's just a giant reptile.
Yeah, like that feels, better. And I love that they took advantage of the that he sort of has like a cloaking thing that he can do
Yeah.
in there. That was the one good thing they did do was they took a lot of the video gamey stuff and made it look as realistic as you can for the most part. Like Liu
Right.
Kang's kicks looked pretty good compared to the first Mortal Kombat one when he does it.
I kind of disagree with you, but I
Okay.
get what you're saying.
Yeah, because it looks like an actual karate move and not just,
Right.
that's what I meant by it. And just stuff like that. I mean, obviously the fire dragon, not real. But I did love that that's when I said out loud fatality as soon as the dragon eats the guy.
Cabal.
It was Cabal, right? Yeah.
How could you forget Cabal?
How could I forget
Mark?
Cabal?
One of the most famous characters of all time.
Kano put him in an iron lung.
That's another thing. Like where people just kind of show up and talk to each other in random spots. They're where they need to be at any given time to make the story progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I like how they just hand wave things where Raiden's an elder god, he can teleport people anywhere he wants on either side.
Yeah. I asked Jen that. Like, is he doing that against their will? Like he's setting up these fights without consulting anybody about it. He's just doing it.
I like how Kano's. I was gonna say I like how Kano's his heel turn was just like so easy.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, turn on them and you could get a lot of money. That was good.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
And I love how there's no like proximity hearing at times. Like when she convinces him to help, and then Cole goes, "Do you have $3 million?"
Oh, that's right.
No, I live in this shithole. When Kano is literally like right behind that window,
right around the corner
when she says it.
Yeah. And,
it's like object permanence for the audience.
Yeah. Even talking about how these characters are the worst versions of themselves. Like, even Raiden's a dick. He's just he kind of belittles the champions too. Like you're not even a champion to Sonya. You don't even know what you are. You're a criminal. Yeah, it was great pep talk, my man.
Why does Sonya got to be the one that's not a real champion?
Yeah.
You know why. Women got to work harder for these.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they always have to kill a mediocre white man to get it.
Exactly. I will say I thought that, and you mentioned that the actors do a bad job of their character. I do think that Kano probably gives the standout performance of the bunch.
I would say, yeah. I was annoyed by him immediately, so yeah.
Yeah, he does his job.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a low bar to clear, but he actually made me chuckle a couple times. I think the one time when he tells the gang to suck his sack, it made me laugh a little bit. But again, it's so forced. Like,
is this
two
of you guys should be on your knees and sucking my sack?
Yeah, suck my sack. Like, is this what we're like relegated to now? It's just
a 2 words. Suck it.
Yeah, just do the DX chop.
Sue us.
Yeah. This I respect it for trying to go more on the gory side, but what it makes up for in gore, it detracts in storyline and character development. So you basically, as the audience, you lose in terms of movie quality.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, my final point is something I made much earlier, in terms of what we were talking about here, is that this movie started off so well in terms of, with the I don't know the era that it's in, but whatever, when Bihan
like feudal
and
Japan.
Like feudal Japan area. Like that battle, like when he fights like the 8 or 10 people and he's just whipping around the thing, like that stuff was cool.
Yeah.
In that fight. But then everything just went as soon as Cole's introduced, everything just drops immediately in quality. And yeah, those two guys were great in that opening fight. And then everything else just stinks after that.
The one part of the beginning, the opening scene that made me laugh is that Scorpion's character, Hanzo Hasashi, he doesn't know Chinese, and that's what Bihan speaks.
Yeah.
I was like, that can't you just make it so that he understands what he's saying? Because it kind of takes you out of it. They're threatening each other, and then the one character just says, "I don't know what you're saying, but I'm going to kill you."
And the
Then
dumbest
what's the
part, even
point of
more
that?
so, I didn't know if you even thought of this, Dan, but Bihan speaks Japanese.
He can, yes.
So why didn't he just insult him in Japanese if he
Right.
wanted to get his point across?
Yeah, I think it's just a strange occurrence.
Yeah.
Is it just to show like, yeah, this person is Chinese from a Chinese clan, and
Yeah.
then this other character is a Japanese clan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's you could do that.
Yeah, just don't show us that Bihan can speak Japanese and English,
Right.
and just have him speak Mandarin, the entire time. Then that scene makes more sense. But when you've already established that one of them's bilingual and knows that the other one isn't, like, is he just trying to be shitty by speaking a language he knows his enemy can't? Then why have a huge speech?
Right. Exactly.
All right, guys. I think it's time for final thoughts. Dan.
So, again, I stand by my opening statement. 0 for 3. With the first Mortal Kombat still being far and above the best. It holds a soft spot in my heart, but I recognize it's not a very. Am I holding out hope for Mortal Kombat 2 coming out? Absolutely. Will I be disappointed? Absolutely, because that's just how these movies are. They can't seem to figure out how to nail this for whatever reason. But anything with Carl Urban in it, I'm there. I stand Carl Urban. If you are looking for a better Mortal Kombat live action series, there was a web series that came out over, I think it was like 13 years ago. It was called Mortal Kombat Legacy. It was a web series that gives you the lore of the characters and gives you an interesting plot line that follows the tournament style of Mortal Kombat, but also each episode focuses on one character. You get to know the character, and it's grounded, but it makes sense. So if that's what you're looking for, I highly recommend Mortal Kombat Legacy. Go check it out. For this movie, like I said, it sacrifices plot and interesting characters for blood, and at times on action scenes. A few of them are kind of hit or miss, I would say, like Mark mentioned. The opening battle between Scorpion and Sub-Zero is really good. The final fight scene between them is also really good. But then you get a bunch of them where there's so many quick edits to cover up the lack of choreography or the lack of skill, like Sonya versus Kano. Not very good.
That was awful.
Yeah, so there's a lot of mediocrity. Mark, I know you said mid. I think that sums up this movie very well.
Yeah, I'll jump in and I'll let you finish your.
Go ahead.
The Sonya Kano thing. There were so many cooler things they could have done with her just keep popping out of places, and they just abandoned that immediatly.
Yeah, I think so because she's special forces, so that could have come into play a little bit better. I agree 100%. But as for this movie, unless you're a diehard Mortal Kombat fan, I would probably steer clear of it.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, so I agree with Dan. The first Mortal Kombat is my favorite. I got entirely too excited the first time I saw this movie with that opening fight scene. I was like, oh, did they fucking do it? Is this gonna did they really get to the gritty, gory Mortal Kombat? And then, like I said, immediately just goes downhill when you're introduced to the main character. I think that's a thing the original one doesn't do. While it doesn't keep a great quality height, it never really dips for long stretches like this movie does. I think you could have done this movie. The only reason you kept them in the movie was so you could have the scene at the end with Scorpion, but you could have done without Cole's family. That really was not necessary, but I guess you had to connect it to his ancestor, and the same thing of seeing them frozen or whatever there. But yeah, you could have actually just lifted Cole out of this movie and it would have fine. It may be better.
Just follow Liu Kang. That's perfectly fine to
follow
do.
Liu Kang and all that. And just overall, they did some things better in the sense that got a little bit closer to some of the way the characters are supposed to act than the first one did. Because first one's a little more arcadey, a little more cartoony than this, but then they completely missed in other areas. And it's a shame because the technology was in the right place. The movies like that, like fighting movies, were making a comeback around that time in the late 2010s and all that. like with MMA becoming popular, like highly popular. You could have done a great thing with it. But yeah, I would only recommend this movie if you want to do a compare and contrast, but I don't think it's necessary. The one thing I am hoping, I am going to use my movie pass on Mortal Kombat 2, because I got, a lot of backed up credits because apparently my card expired and I couldn't use it for 2.5 months. So I'm going to go waste 20 credits on this movie, but I'm hoping that it looks like it's still going to be a terrible movie, but I hope the people that made Street Fighter learned the lesson from this movie, to not go too serious and too muted. And from all the trailers, it doesn't look like they're doing that. So hopefully that movie is fun bad and not boring bad like this movie.
Yeah, as for me, like I said, I fell asleep. If that doesn't sum up this movie, then I don't know what does.
Yeah.
There's a boring lead actor in a bad role. They really nerf all of the humans, the mortals, for no reason, from what I could think of. And there's no fucking tournament. It's that if there's one thing that this movie should have had or is about, should be a tournament. And they talk about the tournament. It's not like they're just like forgetting about the tournament. This is a different story. This is Sub-Zero Chronicles or whatever that side video game was. It's literally everything leading up to a tournament that never takes place in the film. That's stupid. Yeah, I wound up disliking this movie more than I was expecting because I thought that this was relatively supposed to be an okay movie. But it's Dullsville. It's dull. I did not like it. So I don't plan on seeing the second one either until someone makes me watch it for this show, I guess, in 6 years.
That'll be. I think I've made us watch all of them at this point.
We still have not watched. We have not watched Annihilation.
Okay.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah,
You're welcome, because that's the worst.
But yeah, I guess that's our final thoughts. So we're gonna take a quick break. Before we do, Dan, what you got for us?
All right, friends, please go check out the Game Vault podcast hosted by our very own Mark Myers and Tom Schuster. It is a weekly podcast where they discuss video game news. So if you are an avid gamer or someone who would be described as a noob, as they say, this is the perfect podcast for you, where they're talking about new video games, games that they're playing, games that they think you should be playing, or things that you should be looking out for in the world of video games. So it is on all podcast platforms. So wherever you get yours, please make sure to subscribe, rate and review. It helps them out a great deal. They're on all socials at Game Vault Pod. They are on YouTube. If you just search Game Vault Pod, it'll pop right up with Mark talking about the Video Game News Hour. And they are also on Twitch at Game Vault Pod, which is a great community where they're streaming all types of fun games, older games, newer games. It's a lot of cool stuff there, stuff that I've never heard of, but it's a good community. So please make sure to follow them there and help them out. It means a great deal to all of us.
Okay, that's great. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we got one segment coming up, but before we do that, we're going to take a break for listening to messages from friends of the podcast. So we'll be right back. And welcome back. Now it's time for our third segment. In this third segment, Dan is going to lead. So Dan, why don't you introduce this week's third segment?
Happily. So I thought we, all of us, or Mark and Anthony, have both done Jeopardy-style third segments, and I am the last to do it. And I figured there's a lot of lore and a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat. I think I would do pretty well with this. So I decided to go with Mortal Kombat Jeopardy. So I will share my screen, see it.
Pulling it up now. Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool. So for those at home who cannot see, I have the categories as follows: ninjas, fatalities, bosses, movie quotes, and guest characters. Now, I had asked these gentlemen off podcast how well they know Mortal Kombat, and both of them said that they know it fairly well. So I want to know what you guys are feeling having seen the categories.
I mean, the only one that I'll probably struggle with some of them, but
oh no,
I feel like I don't have the movie as memorized.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to get every single question right. I think, like I said, there's no one that knows more about Mortal Kombat than me.
That's why you fell asleep.
This is true. This is why
this is nothing like I know.
I will put it in the record that I was against doing this segment because of how much Anthony knows about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's just not fair
about it. Yeah,
it's really just not fair to Mark, but he's a trooper.
It's like if we did a quiz on the AVN Awards and I was going up against Dan.
Oh, I would dominate that. I don't think that's a joke. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I'm going to take it as a good thing. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope I didn't make this too difficult for you guys. I tested it out on Jen, and she struggled with it, although she's not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan.
They look like fun categories.
Yeah, cool. So, which one of you fine gentlemen wish to first?
Well, you got Mark's name there first, so you can go with Mark. How are we buzzing in?
I was just going to say, I think we can do your favorite Mortal Kombat catchphrase.
Ooh, good.
Okay.
All right. So let me know when you're ready, Mark, and the board is yours.
Let's just get the category. I feel like I'm going to be the weakest. Let's just get that cleared. Movie quotes for 100.
It has begun.
Finish him.
Anthony.
I'm assuming this is who said this?
Yes.
Who is Shang Tsung?
Who is Shang Tsung? There we go. So Anthony's on the board.
Well, yeah, as expected.
Yeah, I mean these $100 questions, like okay.
Yeah. So let me just you brought up a good point, Ant. So movie quotes, you just guess who said it. Fatalities is the same thing. You'll have to guess which character performs the fatality that I am showing you.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, let's go down the list. Movie quotes 200.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Who is Johnny Cage?
Who is Johnny Cage? All right. Ant is out to a little bit of a lead here. Mark still has time.
You know what? Let's give Mark a fighting chance. Let's go fatalities 100.
The heart rip.
Get over here.
Mark.
Who is Kano?
Who is Kano? Well done, sir. All right, so I'm feeling much better now. You guys have gotten 4 in a row, or 3 in a row. So
you're welcome, Mark.
Thank you, Ant. Your benevolence is never lost. Give me movie quotes for 300.
Too bad you will die.
I know who says it, but I don't know her name.
Get over here.
Mark.
Is it Melina?
It's not Melina, no.
Melina.
Good guess. Going once. Going twice.
I got nothing. I know who says it. I've seen it, but I don't know what her name is.
The answer is, who is Sindel?
Sindel. Yeah, I never would have gotten that.
All right, Mark, it's still yours.
400.
You will never win.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Who is Liu Kang?
Incorrect.
Get over here.
Mark.
Who is Raiden?
It's not Raiden. The answer is, who is Shao Kahn? All right, Mark, still yours.
Let's finish it. 500.
Feel your animality.
I'm assuming some of these are also this is all movies. I'm assuming, right?
This is all movies. Yes. It's the first and second movie.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilate.
Get over here,
Mark.
Who is Jax?
It's not Jax. Ant, do you have a guess?
Who is Raiden?
It's not Raiden. The answer. Who is Nightwolf? All right, Mark.
Fatalities 200.
The Flaming Kiss.
Get over here,
Mark.
Is it Katana? Who is Katana?
It is not Katana.
Fatality.
Ant.
Let's see. Who is Sindel?
The correct answer is who's Sonya Blade.
Oh, didn't point much to Sonya Blade.
Yeah, she blows the fire after giving a kiss.
Okay.
Mark.
Yeah, let's go ninjas for 100.
This yellow garbed character yells the famous line, "Get over here," with one of his attacks.
Get over here.
I think that was Mark.
Scorpion. Who is Scorpion?
Who is Scorpion? Yes. That was close.
We're being gentlemanly and letting you finish the question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mark, 200 ninjas.
This ninja is a hidden character in Mortal Kombat 1.
Fatality.
Ant, that's you.
Who is Smoke?
That is incorrect.
Oh, this is the other one.
Yeah, who is Reptile?
Is Reptile.
Yeah, Smoke's in.
Oh, Mark has jumped out to the lead, 400 to 300.
300.
He's the leader of the ninja clan, the Lin Kuei.
Get over here.
Mark.
Sub-Zero? Who is Sub-Zero?
Who is Sub-Zero?
I was semi hoping that there wasn't a trick question because I know there's, just in case it comes up later, there is a really weird thing in the newer Mortal Kombat games for that. Gotcha. I don't know how new you were going with these things.
We'll see. Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Give me guest characters for 100. I'm curious about that kind of.
Welcome to Mortal Kombat 9, bitch.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Who is Freddy Krueger?
The answer, who is Freddy Krueger? Ant, you're aboard.
Let's go down that one.
The Clown Prince of Crime.
Fatality.
Ant,
Who's the Joker?
who is the Joker?
Not the people's joke.
Not the People's Joker. Although I would like to see that version in Mortal Kombat as well. I think that'd be interesting.
Keep going.
In Mortal Kombat, everyone can hear you scream.
Fatality.
Ant,
The Xenomorph.
who is the Xenomorph or alien?
Pretty,
I'm clearing the category specifically knowing characters that aren't specific to Mortal Kombat.
Our Mortal Kombat character. 400.
Let's keep going. Yep.
If you go up against him, you better bring a healthy supply of body bags.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Jason Voorhees.
It's not Jason Voorhees.
I can only think of. I don't think it's this, but I'll say it after.
Yeah, if you have another guess, let me know.
I don't think
get over here.
Mark.
Is it Johnny from the Karate Kid?
No.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
The answer. Who is Rambo?
Okay.
That's a line from.
Okay. Yeah.
Ant, still your board.
Let's finish it off.
You wouldn't be happy to see this red, white, and blue hero show up. Hero engine mark.
I feel like this is leaning towards somebody that I can't remember if they were in the game.
Take a guess. Oh, I just
I'll
got the
take
body
the
bag
bait.
reference. Go ahead.
Get over here.
Go ahead, Mark.
Is it Hulk Hogan? Who is Hulk Hogan?
No, it is not Hulk
Okay.
Hogan. Oh, I would like to see Hulk Hogan get his head ripped off by someone. There are no wrestlers in Mortal Kombat, as far as I know.
No, yeah. Well, technically,
John
wrestler
Cena
voices somebody.
Yeah.
And it's the worst voice acting performance I've.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Uncle Sam.
Oh, that's an interesting interesting answer, but it is not right. It is who is the Homelander from the Boys?
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's 2 categories down: movie quotes and guest characters.
Yeah.
So I think Ant, it's still your board.
Still Ant, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do fatalities.
The Dragon Bite.
Get over here.
Mark.
Who is Liu Kang?
The answer. Who's Liu Kang?
Give me ninjas.
A combination of the 2 creators of Mortal Kombat. This ninja is the resurrected wraith of the original Sub-Zero.
Get over here.
Mark.
Who is Noob Saibot?
Is Noob Saibot. Well done.
Yeah, that's the reference in the movie I was making. Ed Boon and I forget Tobias's first name.
I think it's
Or it might
John
be
Tobias.
John Tobias.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he said you beat Eddie Tobias to win the belt. So wink, wink, nod,
Yes, sir.
nod there. 500 ninjas.
Armed with telekinetic powers, this character is the creation of 1,000 souls fused together. That should say of 1,000 together.
Of 1,000.
Fatality.
Ant.
Who's Smoke?
That is not correct.
That's a pretty good guess.
Good guess.
Yeah.
I just realized it wasn't an answer previously.
Yeah, no, it's a good guess. There's only so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw out
You can.
Okay. The answer is who is Ermac, the
Ermac,
Red
okay.
Ninja.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a-
So
that's a
now
weird
we
one.
have fatalities and bosses left.
Fatalities.
4.
Yep.
Okay. Scary Face.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Baraka.
Not Baraka. Good guess.
Get over here.
Mark.
I believe this is Scorpion. Who is Scorpion?
Scorpion. It is
No.
Is it Melina?
Cabal.
Oh, okay.
He rips open the ventilator and has like a weird monster face. Scares your soul out.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'll save it. Fatalities for 500, just in case.
The bomb vest.
Fatality.
Anthony.
I want to say the character's name is like Cyrex or something like that.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
That is incorrect. There is a character named Cyrex.
Okay.
Or Cyrax.
Cyrex.
I'm worried that this question might be a little racist.
It's
Ooh.
not.
Okay.
Well, I guess depending on the character it's
That's what I mean.
done to, then maybe.
No, but the character doing it, I was thinking more. I feel like this is not a 1 or 2 fatality, and I don't have much experience with anything after that. So
It's not in 1 or 2.
yeah. So yeah, what is it, Dan? It's a good $500.
Who is Stryker?
Striker. Yeah.
He's a cop character, so I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah.
All right, bosses is the
I was
last
just hoping
one.
the character wasn't Middle Eastern.
No.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
But people have talked about how like, oh, if it's done on Jax, a little racist.
yeah, that's kind of that's yeah. Yeah, start bosses 100.
The main antagonist and Emperor of Outworld.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Well, now I feel like I'm going to overthink this.
Uh-oh.
Shang Tsung. Who is Shang Tsung?
That's not correct.
It's an answer.
He's not been an answer yet. Oh no, he has been. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the other one.
Yeah.
Who is Shao Kahn?
Who is Shao Kahn?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the first name. I had to keep thinking. 200.
Half man, half dragon. This sub boss is Prince of the Shokan.
Fatality.
Anthony.
It was Goro.
It's Goro.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know he was half dragon.
Neither did I.
Yeah. Jen said I probably should have gotten rid of that. She was like, I don't think people know he's half dragon. I was like, oh, of course people know. Who doesn't know he's half dragon?
It's bringing back the thing I brought up earlier.
Exactly.
300.
300, yeah.
A fallen elder god, this boss first appeared in Mortal Kombat mythology Sub-Zero and was the final boss in Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat 10. He is also a character in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Just throwing that out there.
You know, I've seen Mortal Kombat Annihilation so many times. You would think that I would know this.
And he's such a big character. Wink, wink.
I don't have a guess.
I don't know. I can see it just from watching videos of MKX. I think I know what the boss does. This may have even been a Mortal Kombat 11 boss, but I'll say, who is Chronos?
It's a good guess, but who is Shinnok? This is where I started to get like, oh, they may not know stuff, so I apologize.
No, like I could see the character, and then I was confusing because he shows up in 11 again.
Just so you know, Dan, I don't think I've played a Mortal Kombat past 4, so
okay.
So 1,100 points, I think I've done pretty well.
That's pretty good. That's very good. Yeah. So the so far the score is Mark 1,500, Anthony 1,100. So I think Anthony is still your
keep going down.
So 400. This four-legged sub boss replaces Goro and Kintaro in Mortal Kombat 3. The sub boss. He's not the main boss.
Get over here,
Mark.
Who is Mintaro?
Can't give it to you, unfortunately.
No.
Fatality.
Anthony.
Who is Minotaur?
No, you guys are so close. The answer, Motaro.
Motaro, yeah.
You're so close, Mark. I'm like, oh, should I give it to him? But good guesses,
You're right.
guys.
Was that not played by a friend of the podcast, Darren McBee, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Yes, that is correct. He's in it for like 5 minutes. All right, final question. Bosses, 500. Right, so there's two answers for this. These two characters make up the Deadly Alliance in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So
Get over
characters.
Here.
Mark.
Who is Jackson Sonya?
Incorrect. Think villain. They're villain. I probably shouldn't be giving hints because they don't do that in Jeopardy.
Sure.
They're in special.
Yes.
Fatality.
Yes, Anthony.
Who is Melina and Katana?
Good guess, but the answer. Who are Shang Tsung and Quan Chi?
I don't know who Quan Chi is, so I couldn't have got it anyway.
He's I think he's a necromancer from the Nether Realm.
Typical.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for the main round. We still have Final Jeopardy, and the scores are 1,500 Mark to Anthony 1,100. So it's very close. Either one could still take it. So let me know when you guys are ready for Final Jeopardy, and we'll do it how we normally do it. Send me the wager first, and then text me the answer. So I guess if you want to text me your wager now, I'll take that.
Do you have a category?
I don't. I should have thought about that.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's just character. It's a character. Alrighty, so we are locked in. So here is the question, or the answer. This martial arts actor famously turned down the role of Johnny Cage in the first Mortal Kombat game.
Are you going to be a stickler about form of a question?
No, it's fine.
All
right. Both answers are locked in. So again, the answer. This martial arts actor famously turned down the role of Johnny Cage in the first Mortal Kombat. Mark, you said, who is JCVD? That is correct. Anthony, you also guessed who is Jean-Claude Van Damme. You are correct. The amounts wagered, Anthony, 0. The amount wagered by Mark, all in. So Mark, you double up. And I think that's 3,000 points.
That's 3,000. Yeah.
Okay.
3,000.
Yeah.
3,
so just to let Ant know, even before Dan stated the Final Jeopardy rules, I texted him all in.
Yes.
Even before he said a category.
I was so unconfident of possibly having an answer. So I said 0. I said the only way I'm going to win is if Mark goes all in and gets the question wrong.
We know each other too well.
I'm happy with these scores. Not just because I wanted you to both win if possible, but fortunately that happened.
That didn't happen.
But I'm glad that you guys got a bunch right because I was terrified.
I will say some of my knowledge that came through, like I've played up 3, but I've watched a lot of everything after that, through, watching video game websites and stuff like that play, especially 9, 10, and 11. Because those stories are fucking nuts.
Yes.
In that, and the thing I was making is that Ronda Rousey plays Sonya in 9, I believe, 9 or 10.
Either 9 or 10. Yeah, she's pretty bad.
She voices Sonya, and it's terrible. But yeah, I watched the first half of the Mortal Kombat documentary that's on the gaming collection.
Oh, fun!
So that came out. So I got some of the early stuff that you said just from absorbing that. So I'm glad I did that a few months ago.
Yeah,
I'm glad that
I haven't played Mortal Kombat since 64.
Yeah, that was trilogy. I think Mortal Kombat trilogy.
And apparently, there's lore. You guys are telling me this. This is the first I'm hearing of that there's actually lore behind these games.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay. I could see
there.
someone not,
Right, because it's just it's a fighting game.
Yeah.
I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
You're welcome, Mark, for letting you win.
I appreciate it.
That was very nice of us, as we all know.
Yeah, he's a
good guy.
Such a giving person.
Yeah.
That's why he's the host of the show.
Yeah.
It's true, guys. Thanks for recognizing my greatness.
Every day.
I might have lost, but I feel like I won.
I think you both. Yeah, I agree. Because again, you guys aren't the strongest Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Well, because he's not a nerd that would know all these answers.
Right.
That's why.
Ant's too busy getting laid, unlike the rest of us.
Sure, that's true. We can go with that. All right. Well, that is our episode on Mortal Kombat. Check us out on our socials. We're on TikTampod, on Blue Sky Threads and Instagram. We're also on TikTok if they called us a movie. You can hit us up at Gmail, TikTampod@gmail.com. But the best place to get a hold of us, Kat, I'm going to tell you right now, is on the Discord. And how do you get on that Discord? Is you go to patreon.com/TikTampod, and then for $1 you subscribe, and then you get access to our Discord. And that helps us out a great deal. Keeps the lights on. And you also get to you get an exclusive episode a month and participate in monthly polls and help us choose our movie of the month and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a fun community over there. We got to talk movies, TV, music, all that kind of fun stuff. So that is it. The director of Simon McQuoid. The director of Mortal Kombat is Simon McQuoid. So for Dan Aquino and Mark Myers, this is Anthony Vecchio telling Simon McQuoid, well, so you made a movie, didn't you?